Alright, now we should be live in a few seconds. Checking everything, gonna check the audio. Splash record. Splash ale. Have a fist filler. I've got to be one of these shakes that's delicious. So then, which one of you clungoids wants to give a summary of what the fuck happened last session?
Not me. I think
You appear to be the only one capable of talking, apparently.
maybe I should just do it. You're streaming, right?
Should
I
be.
guess.
Double check the audio.
Oh, Chris can't hear anything. Maybe I should just do it. You're streaming, right? I guess. Oh, Chris can't hear anything.
Double checking the audio.
I was echoing there, but.
Yeah, because I have the thing open. Wrong thing. I gotta make sure I got rid of that. The audio. Yeah, there we go. Much better. So if I actually talk to my fucking microphone, apparently it sounds fine. Yay! Anyway, I'll wait for one of you folks to do the summary while I drink. Waiting while we fix some bullshit issues. Wait on the bullshit. What's gonna happen first? Will I pass out from drinking too much alcohol, or will we get the game started? Find out this session. Yeah, Chris, I think Jack is going to sleep, so you should be fine to steal his shit. I'm just gonna mute the desktop so I can watch some YouTube shit while I wait for you guys to fucking... Ah, excellent, excellent. Now I can unmute the fucking desktop. There we go.
Still, he's not been talking.
So then,
okay, it's muted.
Tweedledees and Tweedledums, who wants to summarize last session?
I guess it'll be me. First thing we did, I guess, is make arrangements for travel. Then we set off traveling. During our travels, we bumped into a wayward warforged who was wearing human skin, and he was all sorts of messed up. I think he attacked Talking at one point, right? Well, Saber.
I mean, if that's how you want to interpret what he was doing, sure.
I don't. Well, his head came off his body for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on.
Carry on.
Well, I guess eventually after that, we arrived at the town. Oh, yeah, we had a run-in with some guards, or at least people who were sent to find the Warforged. We got that over and done with. Um, uh, and yeah, then we went back on our way, I guess. We made plans to go see if we were going to just carry on our way or make a stop at the town where the Warforged came from. And we decided to make a stop at the town because two of our characters had a little bit of experience in this field, so why not lend their aid? And then we arrived at the town. If I remember, his name was Jameson. He was like the guy who was like, "Oh, I kind of run all the Warforged, or I own this mine or whatever where the Warforged were." Well, Alba was a child. Was nobody ever seen a halfling for some reason? Um, yeah, Aquan and him had a long fucking Saber and him had a long talk about shit, and we made an agreement to go to the mine and check shit out, and that's all. That's my quickest summary of it. That's what I can remember.
Close enough. So then, you guys have a day's worth of traveling, more or less. Half a day, sorry. No, yeah, day, sorry. Of traveling until you guys reach the mine. Do you guys want to talk about anything in character? Or you guys just want to skip that?
Well, I'm not really sure what we'd have to talk about. Our Warforged isn't here. He's in the chat, but he's not.
Yeah, fair point. Man, it doesn't seem anyone's here.
Well, Cadus and Chris are, but they're muted.
Yeah.
Can we talk to Saber, or?
Well,
I mean,
Saber, the player isn't here for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, or either that or something's not working on his end. I don't know. He hasn't said anything, so.
Okay. Then I don't think we have anything to talk about now.
Okay then. Well, can't say I didn't try. So yeah, there is after a day or so of traveling, or day of traveling, you guys eventually reach what you appears to be the mine one of the mine entrances. There are warforged and non-humans abound, with the occasional human just with a checkboard just marking off who's doing what, writing up names, occasionally jumping on anyone who's slacking. But everyone's just well, not happily, but working as you approach the job site. Of course, people do notice you, but they're like, oh, okay, travelers, whatever. But eventually you do get stopped by one of the humans. He quickly approaches you. Oi, Gate, what you doing up here? Says the orcish fellow.
Did we get something from Jameson to say why we're down here?
Did you?
I don't know. I don't remember. The person who probably would remember isn't here.
Yeah.
Oh, can I roll history then, I guess?
Did not receive anything.
Okay. God, I need to think of my words. My brain isn't working at this time.
Honestly, if this keeps up for the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to call the session and call it off.
Your boss Jameson sent us down here to check some strange goings on.
Hey, eh, roll, and just don't fall down any mine holes, and he takes out a spare helmet and slaps it on your head.
I
Small
already
folk,
have one of these.
small
Ah,
folk need to make sure the heads are safe, and so do humies. And he slaps on helmets onto all of you, so that way you guys have a little lantern on top of your heads.
alright, I forgot our uh little suicide squad is literally just mostly human now.
Eh, human-ish.
Doesn't bother me. There's like
You know,
3 non-humans, but one's an NPC, so.
Martha's one with her.
Oh, she back. She didn't come along?
And then she's kind of avoiding any holy sites, so
Yeah, fair enough.
she said she would have stated that she had something else she had to tend to, and would have
That's fine.
buggered off. So,
Actually, that's not fine, because we're fucking down a healer.
yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, you guys have enough money for healing potions, so you should be fine.
Well, I didn't buy any, did I?
Oh, that's a shame.
Wait,
Oh,
no, I do. I have 10 of them.
Oh no.
Because I forgot I
Anyway,
could make them.
we don't have any way to heal ourselves. Oh no, I might get my weekends back. What a shame.
Bites you. I'm gonna stop doing cringe audio.
Yeah, you're fucking cringe, bitch.
Shut up. I'm cringe, but I am free.
Oh, are you now?
Yes.
Oh yeah? Starts masturbating in public.
Stop making it weird. Get on with it.
Look at you not being free and trapped in a cage. I think I'm the one that's truly free. How so? Masturbates publicly. So then, yeah, the orc simply just tells you to avoid any deep holes. Don't go into any unlit areas. Try to avoid taking anything that doesn't belong to you. And more or less, try not to get lost. Anything that you do, they're kind of not really there to help you. They're there to continue digging. And that's all. So then. I need somebody to roll me a d6. Alrighty then. 5.
Hi, Brian. You have some competition. I just read a riveting tale to my son about Captain Barnacles and the Octonauts, so you better top it.
The captain, what?
Captain Barnacles and the Octonauts.
Okay.
It's a riveting tale. You're going to have to top that.
Well, what you guys do is up to you guys, not me. Otherwise, I get accused of railroading. So.
Let's just.
I was telling a joke. No need to be in a sour mood.
Well, considering we're starting almost 30 minutes fucking late.
You know my situation.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just informing you of like we're almost 30 goddamn minutes late.
Yeah, I don't think Jack Bob's coming this session,
No,
right?
he is not. So we're down
Two healers, technically.
We're technically down 2 players.
What do you mean 2 players? You mean
Well,
2
we don't have anyone that has
healers.
replaced Kaylee yet, so.
Well, I
assuming
did
if
bring
we're
up
even.
Jay, but
Yeah, that's even if we're going to have replaced them.
either way.
Yeah.
I have enough healing potions, hopefully.
Just be ready if I get mind zapped or something to try and focus concentration on the person who did it, or maybe if I take damage, I can get an extra save or something.
I haven't failed to save, but I know exactly what it does.
All options are open. It could be a concentration. It could be I'm zapped and I'm done. It could be I'm zapped. I have to wait a couple turns. Who knows?
Come now.
Well,
You don't think I am that evil, do you?
I have 10 healing potions and I can make more.
So then, give me a moment. So then, most of this way is lit up for the most part. Yep. There's 2 sabers now.
Activate my echo.
Yep. You hear the distant tinks and tonks of mining equipment going off, but you guys have eventually, just after wandering around the mines, have entered into a rather more quieter section.
Uncivilized.
As where they've stated, this is where the Warforged go. As you've stated, oh, we're here to investigate Warforged.
I shall take the lead. I kind of look over, glance over to my echo, just give him a nod, and he moves forward.
Mm-hmm. Give me a sec while I populate this place. Do. But yeah, they have a classic goal chain gang song going. As you know,
Does it have anything with the words that we heard the other Warford say?
the only words that the populace heard was, I think, help or safe. I couldn't remember.
It was like he is here to save or something like that, or he will save or something.
Go ahead and give me an insight check, as there is a undertone that only you're able to hear as you are a robot.
I'm starting off the night right.
Yeah. Give me a moment to finish populating, just to make sure. Very good. There is an underlying thing of it. Like every it's following the same rules as the tone that you had picked up earlier, the tone of 10. And where it isn't your classic, metronome type thing. Instead, it's 10 beats per tick, as compared to most, which are 6 or 4 even.
Okay.
So it is following that, and it does kind of like it almost resonates with a part of you, but you just kind of shake it off. It's like, okay, that's weird. I know something's trying to invade it, so I'm just not going to. I'm going to shut down all of those processes it's trying to access.
With my knowledge of Tinko tools and myself, is there any tweak I can make, and if I can have some assistance from Alba on maybe making a tone countermeasure? If we can't do it quick, I understand. But anything, maybe for something in the future.
Intelligence check.
Me or who?
I mean, I assume.
Well, you're giving me help, so
yeah.
we'll quickly brainstorm it.
I assume he helps, but both of you guys give me an intelligence check, and I'll tell you what you guys come up with. If you guys can't think of anything off the top of your heads.
Ooh.
Very good. Well, the first thing that comes to your mind is you could just deafen Saber. That'd probably be the quickest way, but it would suck. But outside of that, you do know that Alba, as a professional tinkerer, you can make little things that make noises. And you figure probably if Saber had something like that screaming in his ear, granted, it'll annoy the shit out of him, but still, it'll get annoying after 5 minutes. And I'll let you decide what you annoy him with.
Well, yeah, you can make a device that can counteract what might happen to me. I mean, you can do it quickly. If not, I mean, if we have to retreat or
she can knock it out
ahead,
she can knock it out in a minute. I'd say she could probably do it while walking because it's her profession.
It's just gears. It's gears and bells, and for her, that's just like strapping a few things out of her bag together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She just basically
that's why I did buy materials.
She basically just makes a bell with a wind-up key and a hammer, and she just basically attaches it to your forehead. Normally, this would give you disadvantage on sneak, but you're a Warforged and you always roll like shit on
I
Snake
would
anyway,
say
so
I
it
would
doesn't
just
matter.
make it. I would say I would make it more like a pair of earmuffs or something,
Mm-hmm.
and it just makes sound within them. They look more
Excellent.
like earmuffs, but like really they're more like headphones, you know.
Yeah, so you got some headphones on.
I dig it. I dig it. All right. With those on, I give everyone a cautious look. We shall move forward.
The rest of you, of course, with the exception of Saber, can easily hear the noises of the mine as Warforged are still working.
I request Charles to cast ghost light on my blade, so we can see it and others cannot.
I forget, do Warforged have night vision?
Mm,
Dark vision? Sorry.
nope, I need that.
That's unfortunate. Well, then it'd be quite obvious that you would see several blips of light around, but I'll expose them when they come up.
Oh, like I said,
The
we have the
next
ghost.
level up,
I
I can
asked for the
make
ghost
that
light
item.
cast on my sword from Charles. So
Charles, are you there?
He's even in here. Remember?
All right, Charles isn't here.
NPC Charles casts it on me, I assume.
Beep bop boop. Okay, best friend, I cast light on you.
Ghost light, excellent. All right.
Oh wait, I forgot. Charles isn't the one that has that. I forgot Cadus is.
Oh, Cadus is here. Cadus, cast ghost light on my sword.
Charles comes down with a serious thing of diarrhea and runs out of the mine. As he tries to cast the
I
spell,
like
he doesn't-
NPC Charles.
as he doesn't have the spell at before he's like, oh okay, well everyone's saying I can cast it, so oh shit, and runs out of the mine to change his pants.
What?
Charles has excessive diarrhea and therefore runs out of the mine, clutching his butt.
Can't you just do the purple baby?
I raise my eyebrow.
Well, he was
I just
here,
look over
so
I look over the Cadus. Cadus, ghost light.
Cadus, you can unmute maybe. Also, did I?
I see him. He's typing.
Poof, your
my sword is now lit.
Yeah, walking around, you see just Warforged dressed in standard gear for miners. Helmet, glowing eyes. Granted, they look menacing as fuck. But as you just see that they're more focused on mining rather than anything else, it becomes
I'm not
apparent.
sure what's worse: the life of a miner or life as a soldier. They probably have it easier though.
Yeah, the distance you can hear just the chantings of the of their tonal music filling your ears.
Do I have a general direction on which path to take?
I mean, not really.
I do an investigation.
Sure. Let's see which way the mine goes. Investigation. You gather, based off of the carvings, it probably goes eastwards.
I suggest we use caution. Don't try and incite the natives.
Don't do anything hostile. Casts mage armor. Ready his weapon.
My weapons are out but lowered.
I mean, all of you guys have glowing hats that allow you to see in the dark, so. You should be fine on, people can tell you're coming unless you turn off the light. A lot of them just kind of ignore you, as they, but it's standard practice that they give it to you.
Well, I wouldn't have taken one, because I would suggest we just focus on the ghost light.
Well, again, standard issue for being on the job site is you have to have a helmet.
We left
Well,
from
would
the cave entrance.
he really need one? He's a warforged. Doesn't have a soft
They
head.
wouldn't give a fuck about you. He has a soft head.
We have soft, fleshy heads that would be caved in by falling rocks, but
Yeah, as you
Or
are
not
passing
south,
by some of
either
them,
way.
they do have caved in. A couple of them have caved in heads that have been, somebody took a plunge or two and just kind of get back into place. So, but yes, yeah, I extended your little area a bit further, you guys.
I step back.
Mhm.
Are you coming?
The rest of the party
Everyone.
just kind of sits around like, no, shit,
No,
Chief.
I would assume we were all walking. Well,
I'm
We
game.
have a battle map.
I can't see anything. It's dark. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of these.
And these.
I mean, yeah, that's all I can properly say.
I go up this Warforge that's kind of just hanging out.
All right, here's a question: are you guys at all planning to attack anybody?
Unless we're attacked.
Okay, then, so I have no issue doing this because it'll just make this a whole lot easier rather than me revealing every little inch at a time and fucking with you guys and blah, 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 blah. Their whole thing is that they will not attack unless attacked or certain obligations are met.
I think this order that we have is probably.
But most of them just continue to tink away at their work. And down here appears to be a section that is caved in that none of them seem to be really working too hard on.
I go to one. I ask, "Where is your foreman and leader for those within the mine? We must speak with him."
They stare at you for a moment before just rattling off a string of numbers that that basically would normally translate into common as Stephen is further inwards. And they basically point you off to this guy right here. Who I will mark with a little blue.
Okay, you caduced him. Got it. All right. We'll start making our way over to Stephen.
You guys can easily just poof your guys there. It's as he's more or less giving just not so much a speech, but a prep talk to the.
I'll wait until he's done.
Yep. He's giving a prep talk of how working is good, working is great, working will save us from scrap. Basically, he's doing the not classical, but the routined and scheduled prep talk for those who are underperforming and overperforming to basically maintain their workloads.
Once he is done and the workers kind of were less outnumbered,
Yeah.
I will approach him.
Yep. But overall, no, the speech goes over relatively well, as everyone just gives a salute and a hail to the chief-esque manner before dispersing off to work.
Steve, is it?
Numbers 035017 reporting.
I'm Tactical Infantry Experimental Unit 17.
Tactical unit is not designated for mining duties. Explain.
I am investigating Warforged who have been displaying unique and one-of-a-kind abilities.
Kind of tilts his head for a moment and just almost seems to be examining you.
One that usually our kind shouldn't be exhibiting.
Again, he just continues to just stare at you for a moment or two.
Have you any of your units displayed acts of divine power?
All units are functioning within normal parameters.
Insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that almost was a natural 20. I was so close.
Well, clearly not everyone's performing within natural parameters, as he had to give a speech. So that was kind of,
Steve, let's be real. You're giving speeches about underperforming units and overperforming units, are you not?
This is scheduled for public services of performances of those of less qualified nature to work in dangerous locations.
Are you aware of Warforged that has gone savage.
He stares at you for a moment. All
Attack.
Warforged are acting within normal parameters.
That's not true, and you know it.
All Warforged are acting within normal parameters. Subjectation to examination is authorized for qualified engineers.
I happen to have a qualified engineer with me. You're in luck.
Present formation. Present formal application, please.
We are going to.
You are licensed to examine that robot.
We have to examine you.
This is unqualified.
She's a qualified artificer.
Please present qualification paperwork of school.
Alba. I look
Certification
back and down
needed.
to the halfling.
Certification needed.
I poke her with the end of my a stick to see if she's still alive.
Yeah, fly just goes into her nose and out of her ear.
Oh, we lost Alba, did we?
I guess she's muted.
Bianca.
Oh, she's away. Does anyone else wish to do anything? Cadus, Chris, or Cadus and what the fuck's your cat?
Am I seeing anything weird?
Do you see anything weird? Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Oh, do you detect anything weird?
No, see.
Oh,
As in,
I guess insight or perception.
okay.
Actually, you know what? Insight and investigation. Or investigation. One or the other.
You might have.
There are some scrawlings of dates and such on the walls. But a lot of that could just be normal, reports and minor disputes or anything like that. There are a couple of designations carved into the walls with check marks of who's been acting bad and who hasn't.
Alba, see if he has a similar thing lodged somewhere in his frame, like we had with that note with the symbols on it.
Bianca, you there? Certification
I'm
not
just
presented.
AFK.
Access denied.
What? Did she show her clarification?
Apparently, she's just sitting there with flies buzzing around her head.
Well, we can't fault whatever her issues are or technical issues are right now.
Yeah, for
Bianca,
time being, I'll say for right now, her character is doing an autism thing where it just hyper focuses on her creation.
or she's digging through a backpack trying to find her diploma.
Yeah, she's busy with something. She'll have to think of something else for the time being. Is what I'm trying to state.
I go, why she searches for her paperwork. Mind you explain the writings on the wall. How many units have you deactivated?
Reports of malfunctioning units have been reported to Foreman.
How many units have malfunctioned? And has there been a rapid increase in these past few weeks?
Incidents are standard for malfunction in conditions.
That's absurd. You are a warforged, no different than I.
Observe the ceiling if you do not believe reports. As you notice that as he points this out, you look around and realize, oh, those piles of rocks aren't piles of rocks that have normally been there. That's from the ceiling collapsing and probably crushing somebody.
And that's not a poor performance. That is a unit. That is a unit being deactivated.
Poor
You
performance
should mark this
sounds better to the public. This is the statements of the foreman.
The foreman is showing great care to treat you more civilized than I would expect.
The foreman recognizes the value of individuality amongst Warforged.
Is that why you are called Steve?
This is correct.
My individual identity is Saber.
Greetings to you, Saber Unit.
Among the Warforged, have any of them talked of divine beings?
This is unaffirmative.
You can or cannot confirm, or is unknown.
All statements of divinity have not been reported. No memory stands within banks.
They wipe your memory.
This is affirmative.
I believe this might be a cover-up, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca, you alive?
Alba continues to just throw things over her shoulders. She sits there and just squeaks a rubber ducky for about 10 minutes and laughs and continues to search through her bag.
Do you, Cadus, you are of divine nature, are you not? Or is that Chris?
Why is everyone just dead today?
I have no idea.
No, not that, but somebody else was leading the conversation. And I haven't had much of a chance to share my findings with said someone.
Oh, please.
There's names on the, well, numerical designations, I think, on the wall.
We should take notes of those and bring them up with the foreman.
These reports have been filed.
There might be discrepancies in the reports.
All discrepancies have been checked. Reports filed daily.
No offense, Steve, but I'm not questioning your ability to file the reports. I'm questioning the organic life forms that process it after it leaves your hands.
Organic life forms are not responsible for reports or maintenance of reports.
If you state
Foreman
that, yet
Unit 03000258 designation Jackson Pollock is responsible for foreman designation.
interesting. Where's the foreman?
Currently not on site.
Does he take defective units with him?
Affirmative.
Is there a way for us to summon him here?
Only
Actually, I feel
Contact with him?
I don't think we should bring the foreman back here, but I would like to speak to him.
Foreman request form being printed as we speak. As he just opens up his wrist and pulls out a sheet for you, and pulls out about 15 pieces of paper for you guys to fill out.
We will take this back to
Requests forms expire in 3 hours.
understood. And should we return it to the top side, seeing how he is not in the cave system?
Request forms are to be returned to me as soon as filled. Upon completion for
Do you
summoning
have-
of foreman.
You have a direct communication with the foreman?
This is affirmative.
And you have no idea where his location is outside?
This is affirmative.
Cadus, Alba, Lagapel, How do you pronounce that name?
Lage.
Blade.
We just call him Lage.
Lage. I don't believe discussing my theories with the foreman, surrounded by so many warforged, would be a good idea. We should find him on our own.
Okay.
Plan.
Oh, Alba, you're here. You found your certification.
What?
As she continues to squeak and play with the rubber duck as she had gotten distracted.
I would like you to inspect this supervisor for tampering, but he needs to see your university qualifications. I assume you have them.
Well, of course, I always have them with me.
Oh, well, can you please show them so you can do an inspection to see if you can find a similar piece of paper like we found on the one subject that went savage on us?
Alba just whips out her diploma and her little badges and whatnot.
The Warforged holds out his hand for him to look them over.
Okay.
He just sits there for a few minutes as he examines them. These qualifications state you are military-class engineer for firearm specialty.
No, it doesn't. I'm not showing my military qualifications. I'm showing him my college qualifications.
Your college would have probably stated where you were heading to, correct?
I still worked on machines, though.
He's going to look them over again.
I've seen him make machines.
Do you have example of non-malfunctioning machinery?
Show him that little fly thingy.
Examinations of internals is private matters, you understand.
But you understand
is my
that...
little... If I pull out the machine and turn him on again, is he going to be fine? Don't. Just cut that bullshit out. Just tell me yes or no.
Do you turn him on?
I'm going to go a bit away just to check.
Yeah, you turn him on, he just kind of sits there and stares at you. Blankly.
Now, if I tell him an order, will he follow it?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he?
Well, he wasn't doing anything before.
We are not going to attempt to disassemble you, but we would like to make a investigate.
Non-certified access to machine is not allowed.
I am freaking certified.
Are you forklift certified?
Yeah, I am actually. I have the
Boom,
proficiency.
we got you.
Over qualification for minor examination. Observed. Lesser units should be tasked with such task as forklift certification is met.
What?
You have forklift certification. You're too overqualified for this job.
Look, Alba, let's just give it a tertiary examination, see if we can find any markings that match the ones that were on the Savage unit.
Is he going to let me, Brian?
Yeah, of course. I was just fucking with you guys.
Okay, fuck you. Right.
How dare I try to have fun?
One.
And we also
Play,
found out that
go
Alba is
back.
forklift certified, so...
There we
Yeah.
go.
Right. So do I have to roll to check him over or what?
What do you want to roll? Do you want to roll investigation, or do you want to roll
Well, I'm just
tinkering
asking
tools?
if I would.
Whatever's your best at.
Both will have different outcomes depending on how high
you
it
have-
is.
If you have tinkering tools, I can help you with that. I'm proficient with them do too, so you'd be able to roll that advantage.
Yeah, no, so you don't break him, which is the good news. Even with that advantage. He's coming up. There we go.
thought
Sorry
it
for
would-
all this mining dust.
Be investigation first and then tinker.
Well, you can only... It's more like which one are you doing first?
It was either roll.
I guess.
So, you more or less unlock all of his panels. Of course, he protests at certain things because it's embarrassing, bro. You're just gonna take my pants off in front of everybody? What the fuck? This is the equivalent of what he states. But you just whatever, just continue working as nobody gives a fuck. But you are unable to turn up any direct links that aren't more or less just his certifications. As you see, he too is forklift certified.
Okay.
But running your tests and everything, he appears to be on the up and up. Sure,
Why-
Go ahead. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation there, Cadus.
While she's doing that and I'm helping her, I'll begin filling out the documentation needed to meet with the foreman.
Yeah, so that's going to take you about 2 hours.
Well, he gave me like an hour to complete it, so
Yeah,
I get.
that's the point of the paperwork is to tell you to go fuck yourself.
Alright, we're gonna have to go find the foreman on ourselves. But
Basically, yeah.
yeah,
It's like, hey, foreman, I've got a complaint for the foreman. All right, fill out these paperwork. You have an hour, but this paperwork clearly will take 2 hours. I know.
I give
Fuck
him
your
the unit.
union.
I look on the wall, the one that attacked us, and because we got some information on him because we got the documentation. Is his unit number on the wall?
I don't remember you guys catching his unit number.
Wasn't it on the? Because we got the paperwork on him. That's where we got that little bar thingy.
That wasn't
Oh.
paperwork on him. That was
Okay.
just him having a piece of paper that he lodged into
Hmm.
himself to keep safe.
Yeah, and what did
So
it
we have
say?
his head. Is his on his head?
Yes, it's on his head.
Yeah, I yank it out of the.
You pull out a
bag of holding.
severed head.
No, I just kind of pull out the bag of holding. I take a look at it.
I didn't think we had the head. I thought we had the mask plate or
No,
whatever.
we had the head because you took the mask plate and you made it into something, but they took the body. They never took the head. And
Yeah,
Well, I
cut
didn't
off his head.
use the mask plate after all because I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't have the thing.
no, we had the head because they just took the body.
Yes, they did. Only
Because I put the head in the cart after I was done with it, after I cut it off, and so all they saw was the body. Is the unit on the wall?
Let me roll to see if he was working any time and would have gotten a report. He is on the wall, but not for anything negative. It's just that he had a shift that was that never got filled, basically. And it's more or less just workman's code for, hey, asshole, you didn't show up.
Supervisor Steve.
Yes. As he's stating, while his faceplate is still open. Which, to you, is kind of weird because it's like looking in a mirror, but it's not you.
But also for me, I was ripped apart and put back together so many times. I'm just like, so what? Your dick's hanging out. Why do I care?
Dude, nice balls.
How many Warforged have gone missing?
No, Warforged are missing. Only Warforged reported for deconstruction and maintenance reports.
I hold up the head of the one that went savage. This unit went savage on us.
Unit
Attacked and killed humans.
2335. Greetings. Reporting in for work. I see. You are 37 hours late for shift. Your payment shall be docked. And he just takes out a helmet and puts it on top of him. And it just falls back off. You are out of uniform, soldier. And he just prints out a ticket.
Wait, they pay these guys?
Are you saying that Warforged don't deserve to get paid?
No, I just thought it was surprising that they did.
Oh, that is true.
Well, you see, people own the Warforged, and the people that maybe, people can rent their Warforged out for work when they're not being used.
Did you know if that unit had any side projects or was rented out to any other?
All
Did it-
unit rentals are not exposed to me.
Supervisor Steve,
Mm.
did that unit show signs of individual identity?
Unit never requested personal designation outside of normal designation parameters. Payment is still docked.
I'm sure he will miss it.
He just continues to stand there. You are
Steve.
still out of uniform, soldier.
I
I print out
put the
another piece of paper that just falls onto the ground.
Put the bag back in that bag of holding so he doesn't do that anymore.
There's like 5 pieces of paper already on the ground because of how much
Steve.
this guy's payment has been docked.
Have you can tell that there's a difference between my individuality and that of your own.
You are a unit that is not designated for mining duties. Programming differentials is common.
Individuality is not programmed within units.
He just stares at you for a moment.
Who gave you individuality?
Is only obtainable through certain means. And with that, he will simply just turn and start to walk away.
Which means have you taken to gain your individuality?
This
Steve.
unit has not taken steps for individuality.
Yet you wish a name.
He just kind of continues. He pauses for a moment in his stride before continuing onwards.
I look around for all the other units. Are they kind of like staring at us like I just touched a nerve?
No, they're just, they're working. If they were staring, they aren't doing it when you're looking.
My friends, I believe we have stumbled upon something far greater than I thought.
Hey, yeah, I work with the man. Are any of you guys, doing anything illegal? No, of course not, officer. Why would we?
I'm still have to approach this as a warforged, my friend. I can't approach this as like a normal dude. I have to approach this as a warforged.
I'm aware. But their whole but that's basically what you did. You barged in like, "Hello, my fellow criminals. Anyone got any of the devil's lettuce?"
We need to find the foreman. And also keep an eye out, see if anyone is watching us or following us when we leave.
Kitty's just gives you a look
Yes,
as
okay.
all of the eyes on his robe are still just dancing around.
You should have your robe checked out. It is
Why?
moving. It's
They're
moving.
doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Oh, it is magic.
Yes. It's also part of the reason why I really don't need the light anymore.
I do not
Well-
require the light.
I am glad for that. But I still require your ghost light. So we shall make our way out. I'm gonna see. So, oh, this is creepy.
What is?
Well, for my Warforged, he is
Okay, just making sure.
that's my Warforged's reaction to this. What's going on? Because he's just not. He's in an eerie situation.
Again, you guys did basically approach it as a cop saying, "Hello, my fellow youths." So,
I approach it as a Warforged placing a Warforged who has identity, trying to.
to not hide that they have identity.
Yeah, I didn't want to hide I had identity, but I approached it as like this should be something that shouldn't be hidden, and he is obviously hiding it, and that's disturbing to me.
You did walk in with two humans, somebody in a soldier uniform, and are coming in as a military unit.
I figured he would give us more direct answers, but I guess if he does have individuality, he would lie more often. I should have saw that coming. I've been around your kind for so long.
I should be used to people lying to me.
But the foreman, I believe, is the key. I believe, and the Warforged in here aren't the ones seeking individuality. It's would it be needing to find them the ones that are outside, that are doing extracurricular activities.
As far as none of you guys immediately went, are there any Warforged practicing art? Gotta think prepared for that.
Wait, I mean, they kind of are. They're singing, right?
To be
That's
fair, I did
true.
ask if I saw anything.
Yeah,
You
but based off of what you've seen, they based off of drawings and such, no, none of them are really doing any unique drawings per se. They're just putting out basic signals of this way is dangerous, be cautious here.
Anything like any uniqueness they're putting onto their own bodies?
There's a good question.
I'm gonna, like, as I'm just standing next to them, I'm gonna start observing them.
Yeah, go for it. Give me
Would anyone like to help me?
an investigation, and
What's
I
with
would.
a-
And to do it subtly, I would say nobody could really help you, but they could roll their own
Okay.
checks. Unless you just want to blatantly pick up a person and slam them against the wall like
No,
a
I'm
rapist.
gonna do this. I'm gonna do this more of a.
Just, as you're passing by, just, snap your neck as you look at somebody's shoulder and just, keep walking like doop-a-doo. Check somebody's neck, doop-a-doo.
Because
Is that an investigation?
Yes, as you guys are just casually walking past people and nobody's pinning anyone down like a retard.
if this is an emergence, but if so many of us are, I have a lot going in my mind. I can't do this in the cave. I have to wait till we're out, and so I can talk to the group.
Alba and Saber. A few of them do have. I couldn't call it unique, but at the same time, there's no way else to describe it.
Identifiers.
Yeah, they have identifiers, and basically who.
It's not like just numbers. It's like an identifier, like something that they would do to themselves.
No, but all that you would notice this though is that they do have basically statements stating this is owned by so and so. This unit is owned by this unit belongs here. This unit belongs there. This unit is a representative of this person, and so on and so forth. But you don't notice anything too off about them, aside from how they're drawn.
Okay.
Cadus, however, you luck out very well as you spot one of the newer units who is carving this stuff into himself. And as you watch him do so, you notice that he's not doing it as others would do it. And looking it over and just observing him just casually for a second, but, not making it a creeper type of, poking around the corner and breathing heavily into the mic like an autist type of thing. You do notice that he's actually putting a weird stylization on it. And as you pick that up, you look at the others, and each of them appear to have been drawn by themselves, not by somebody else. So they're marking themselves, not their owners.
Case would point out the one he's catching in the act towards Saber and suggest not approaching this like military and walk off without.
Cadus, do you believe that you could gather this information better if I, as you would put it, stayed back?
I think they'd be more open to you, as humans are the ones who are dismantling the ones not showing the right behavior. And I kind of just grab Alba and Lage by the shoulders and just kind of gently lead them away.
Ah,
You just pick them up and run off. Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm not picking them up. I'm just gently guiding them with small pushes.
she's like 3 feet tall. You can just throw her under your shoulder and
You just
walk.
yeet her. You just kick her down the
I have a
street like a
strength
tin
of 8.
can.
yeah, put me in the corner.
Sorry, I have
I-
a strength of 9.
Go
I
sit
can't
in
do
the
that.
fucking corner.
I keep my echo with them, and I kind of approach. I guess this is the guy, the green one.
Yes, green one is the one you guys caught in the act, being very
That is
the
a
purple,
very
the purple and yellow differentials are yellow being that they are from the church. Purple is privately owned.
very
This unit is
unique.
designation. Is applying designation.
is a very beautiful designation.
It is what the owner has requested.
As I kind of point to the mark on my forehead, I have one like that.
It is very much that of military standards.
But yours is unique.
It's think your standard graffiti
I'm-
tag basically is what it is.
I like I said, I mean, it's my vocabulary is limited.
I know. I'm just letting you know as someone
Yeah.
who could justify it. It's like, oh, it's somebody just starting off their tagging
It
career.
is, I guess. Do you have a name? My name, individual name, is Saber.
Designation, pick.
Did you pick that name, Hick?
Negative.
Do you have a name you prefer over Hick?
Pick of the litter. Designation
Hello.
came from time assigned in recycling.
Do you enjoy what you do?
This is the job preference of the day. Rotation.
You could, with your skill in your art, you could be an artist.
Again, he just continues to just chisel at his arm. Assignment for this rotation is mining.
What if it was art?
Art requires inspiration.
Your inspiration. Yes. That is a very inspiring way you write your designation. As mine is flat, not unique.
He actually does, like, as you're actually watching him do it, it almost appears that he's putting in almost a... He's approaching it how a miner would approach... He's approaching it from the job standpoint of a miner.
he's
You know how some
still
people
doing it-
express their art through, like, chainsawing up pieces of wood. He's doing it very much to make it look like it was purposely scratched in there with a mining pick, which
Like
he's kind of using a
dwarfer.
broken one. Yeah. Do you suspect based off of his construction and such, you think maybe he was made by a dwarf?
Mine is like a stamp.
Yes,
Is-
yours is very much.
I know, but I'm kind of trying. Mine is like a stamp. It is not unique. Yours is unique, like art. It shows personality. Would you not agree?
Personality is not within parameters.
There are many things that are not within parameters that can still happen within us. I can help you.
He's actually just going to eye as a few of the Warforged walk past. This is not standard. Malfunctions should be reported immediately to foreman.
But you are not malfunctioning. You are
Malfunction.
enhanced.
Checking for malfunction in programming.
This is beyond your programming. This is you. You are unique, as am I.
Totally a heretic, bro. Yeah, no, he pauses for a moment before calculating his decision and goes back to being quiet and just quietly chiseling his thing. As he almost seems to be weighing his next response carefully.
When your shift is done, we will be at, because I know we had a bar we were staying at, like a inn. We first met up when we got to this town.
I thought you guys went to a church.
Yeah, well, we went to the church, but was there an inn? But I know we walked by an inn because I remember it like in the description or something.
Yeah,
But whatever
I mean,
the
there
place,
is a bar there. You guys just didn't go there, so is my
I
understanding.
will tell him the bar outside of the cave when you are done your shift. Meet us there.
Shift does not end until. Excuse me. He kind of just. You hear a rumbling in his gears as he crushes a rock. The cave dust, you see. Shift does not end for another 3 days.
Who's his owner? I look at his designation.
I mean, he hasn't finished filling it out, unfortunately.
Can you give me that info? Who is your owner? I would wish to speak to him.
Do you have paperwork for requisition of this information?
No, you're right. I wouldn't want to put you in danger.
Have a nice day. Unit, military, branch, classed, saber.
Have a nice day, litter. Stay safe.
I thought it was pick.
Pick of the litter.
Yeah, pick of the litter is his statement because he was in recycling, right?
You are a unit of one, like me. Ponder that. You are not a malfunction.
Easy.
We might have to wait around 3 days. My character is now not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Now I'm feeling bad that I killed the one that went savage.
To be fair, no. I mean, you haven't failed to save, to your knowledge.
All right, everybody.
And right now, you.
I go back to my organic friends. I believe you are all thirsty and need a drink.
I mean, I'm good, man. I don't know.
I mean, you guys didn't drink today, and you
Yes.
are human, so drinking is standard.
You are organics, and you will dehydrate. Come, the coal dust is not
Oh.
healthy for you. We shall go get.
Okay.
You shall go get a drink.
Saber
I
is
shall watch
currently
you drink.
rocking some major blackface, actually, as he's stating this to you.
And I shall watch you drink. Let's go. I mean, it's just like about face and head for the exit.
Okay.
Saber, you do feel a couple of the Warforge's gaze on you. The rest of you are just, casually listening to their working song, like, la 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 la. That's gonna get picked up on the microphone. God damn it, I have to swelter for you fuckers.
What?
Nine.
Once out of the cave, I want to get a safe distance from like any ever prying ears, and like definitely like look around to make sure we're not being watched.
It's a mining site, you're always being watched.
Well, try and get ourselves
Watched less is what you're more leaning towards, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
You're civilians on a mining site. Everyone who wants to keep their job is keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't die and, file a complaint. But yeah, no, you get the feeling not a lot of people are watching you, so,
I believe we might be in error on what is truly going on here. If
Granted, you still have your headphones on, so I can't say anything.
I take off the headphones, oh no, I want to leave them on.
Do you take them off or leave them on? You just said two
I'm
different
gonna
things.
leave them on.
Okay.
I believe that someone is taking advantage of a natural evolution.
Like how you mean?
These Warforged are naturally becoming sentient, like I was drawn into through experimentation. They are coming about naturally. I believe, at least through experimentation. It is very fuzzy on the exact moment I became sentient.
Hmm.
But
Is
this
it
talk. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
sorry? Is it a good thing that they're evolving like that?
Is it only natural to evolve?
Yeah, but that savage one kind of killed some people.
I believe that they are young and naive, and they are just taking their first breaths into this world. We should not judge them all by the actions of one. And if it is true, and if they have become sentient enough to access the divine pool, that is, even by your occupation, something that should be protected, is it not? If a divine answers their prayers, and their prayers are just and good, would they not be creatures worth defending by your God's standards?
Hmm.
We must find this foreman. If he is manipulating him, he is.
Hmm.
But we need more information. This isn't just about savage warforged. This is about protecting them from being manipulated and used, and having their individuality used against them.
Do you think maybe someone led the savage one down that path, or?
I believe so. As I kind of at where I kept the piece of paper that we pulled from him, that was almost a remap.
Are you
I
reading it?
believe
Hmm.
Do you check it?
what that I still have it.
Yes.
Yeah, I check if I still have it.
I more meant, do you check it when you pull it out? Not that if you still have it.
Yeah, I'll pull it out and hold up the parchment, but I'm not going to physically look at with the pattern.
Okay, just making sure. You're just not gonna accidentally scan it, is all.
I believe this was the cause of his rampage, not his individuality.
Hmm.
What are we doing next?
That is the question.
So, let's ask around and talk and see if we can find the foreman.
We made a lot of noise. We got a lot of attention. Let's get more attention.
Maybe we'll draw the foreman to us. Maybe we can have the church make official request for him to meet us. We are kind of tasked with helping them discover what's going on.
Hmm.
I will let you discuss why I relieved some bad oil from my system.
Okay.
I am in request of an oil change. Proceeds to just pee on the fucking floor.
Well,
Well, Miss Forklift certified.
drives forklift into enemy
Drives
while
forklift into
saving the
the state
world.
representative's house. Kills his wife and kids.
No.
Shoots myself before the cops can break in and stop me.
Should've killed Ozer.
Killdozer did nothing wrong.
I'm not saying he did, I'm just saying should. The watch list is already extensive as it is.
Hmm?
Your watch list is extensive as it is.
Yeah, it is. I'm already being viewed by like 12 different people. And yet none of them want to fucking join the live stream. Huh, interesting. Fucking commies. Goddamn filthy fucking commies!
Alright, I'm back.
And you just missed me going off about communists. That's all. Screaming for some semen till you caught my stare.
So, any thoughts on my theory?
I was just thinking we would need to go to the church. We could see the Jameson guy. He was in charge of this whole thing.
I will
wasn't he?
not go to that church and tell them that they are sentient. He will
I
try and
wasn't
destroy them
saying.
all.
I didn't say go to the church. I said we wouldn't have to do that to get the foreman to talk to us. I was talking about we could just go to Jameson and then get that done. Alright?
All right. If you think that we can get the foreman that way.
Yeah, the church definitely bad idea. It's not.
So then we would just go to the Jameson fella who seemed okay with helping us anyway. So yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all I got.
So what do you guys do?
Let's try Alba's way.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna still search for the foreman.
Yeah, we're gonna search for the foreman.
Alright. Well, I think searching for him first would be better, and then ask
Yeah, so-
around for him. And then if we don't get anywhere that way, we can go to Jameson and get him to
We have to keep
make
the fact
let
that
him see it.
we have to keep the fact that my kind are far more sentient than they believe. They are doing their best to hide it. But I believe a lot more of them have individuality than they let on. I fear what the church would do to them. Because
Oh, we
Why do you
don't
think
have
the
to
church-
get them involved.
I know what the church did to me.
Why do you think the church sees them as a threat?
Because if it is true, and enough of us have amassed into individuals and have created a belief, that belief would create a god that could rival theirs. And to think they would have another religion they would have to contend with amongst their own workforce. I have been torn apart and have been put back together so many times. Just to find a better fighting machine. all in the name of the church's gods. So yes, we shall start discreetly looking around for the foreman. How long, Alba, do you think we should go about this path? A day or so?
How many people are on the site right now, Brian?
At a glance, you spot over 100 glowing helmets.
I
Are
think,
there any non-warforged?
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
I feel like we should talk to them about where the foreman is.
And I'll talk. Yeah, I think that would be the best way to go about it, is talking to the organics. Do not want to expose or endanger my time. The more we talk to them, the more suspicious it will look.
If they're doing something to the Warforged or anything, they or
We just need to
whatever,
talk
they
to the. We
could
just need
just
to
be
talk to the
hiding him.
foreman about missing and disabled and malfunctioning units as part of our investigation of the church. No more and no less. Seeing how he handles all paperwork for them, it is only logical for us to talk to him.
I'm not sure we have to bring in the church with this. Non-humans don't tend to look at them favorably, so I believe we could just name drop Jameson and that will be good enough. It is his property, if I recall. Who was Jameson again?
He was a church representative that you guys spoke to.
No, really.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed a bit too in the know for that little game.
Well, I think he's just basically a bureaucrat in a very cushy position.
Mm.
I doubt he has to deal with many threats up here, and any ones that do come about, he doesn't want to have stay for long.
Well, either way.
So, are you guys going to look for the foreman, or are you guys going to go back to check up on Jameson?
I say
Well,
look for the.
Yeah, we haven't begun looking for the foreman yet.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
So you guys
we'll
are
go
gonna
look for the foreman.
check for the foreman. In what manner do you guys want to try and do that?
Well, like I suggested, I believe we should go into non-Warforged instead of working in the mine, because if it's linked to the Warforged, would be protecting him, or he's having them protect him. Either way.
I mean, in our excuse is that he has all the paperwork, and because that's what we were told by the supervisor, and we need to discuss paperwork about missing and malfunctioning Warforged.
So we asked the non-Warforged where the foreman is, and hopefully they can lead us to him.
Right. So, you're going to ask around the non-warforged where the foreman is. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It takes a few hours, but eventually you find somebody who knows what the fuck you're talking about, and they more or less direct you just to a small little cabin, basically, that's down at the end of the mountain.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So you save about half a day looking for him.
All right, we shall go down and talk to the foreman.
Yeah. Going in, of course, is pretty. Well, first you have to get past the protesters, because Warforged are people too, man. A group of those types are currently protesting outside of his office.
Well,
And he has basically more or less just barred his doors and windows, and yes. Let's see. Give me a second.
We shall. Is there any guards or constabulary holding back the protesters?
There are a couple that are outside of his house, but outside of the building. Sorry, I was looking up picket line noises, and all of it's just screaming. Is a bunch of chimps screaming about lives, and other stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah, Cadus, but the foreman is a warforged, so
That's what
But-
they stated. Yes.
yeah, I'll stay quiet in the back until we physically confirm that.
But currently, there are a mix of humans and non-humans, more or less, holding the front line of keeping the riffraff from getting in.
right, and I guess we'll approach and let them know we're not protesting.
So you're just gonna protest? We're not protesting.
And I feel like we'd do it more subtle, whatever.
And yeah, I would have to.
Subtly.
It'll probably help us if we get in if I act subordinate and quiet. That might rouse up the protesters. I'll fly casual.
Yeah, we'll just I don't know. How close are the protesters to the blockade, I guess?
Well, there's about 30 feet of protesters between them and between you guys and the guard, basically.
So it's going to be
That's a lot of protesters.
Yeah.
That kind of makes me happy. If my warforged could smile, he would.
Just picks up a mining pick and just a hammer and just carves a smile into his face.
you just do it with paper.
What happened?
Never mind.
He takes out a piece of paper, tapes to his face, and draws a smile face on there.
I was going to say if we could actually get through these guys, that we could go to someone who is not as not as pushed around, I guess. Again, is there another pathway we can get through, or no?
Or we can wait until night.
Yeah, currently it's more or less just overfilled with people screaming.
Okay, I guess we'll wait.
So you guys are gonna come back in the morning or in the night or what?
I say we come back in the morning. Let's go back to the hostel.
Lage says he seems to want to say something.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Lage?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, go for it. What do you want to say?
No, it's fine. I was just saying
Go on, spit
the
it out,
same
man.
thing. Clearly. No, I didn't have anything to say.
You faggot! Okay. Talking to organics, maybe someone else should take point like Alba, less likely to reveal your uniqueness and potentially get us in trouble. Yeah, maybe.
What?
Yeah, make Alba talk more. You're right. So, you guys head back to the hotel. Or, not the hotel, the, lofts, basically. As it's more or less just military barracks that have been...
It's a hostel, basically.
No, there is no room service. You have to share a room with 10 other people. And no, you don't get to use the shower. There's no hot water. But yeah, no.
I'll stay up and keep my actually. Alba, can you make those messaging? You have those messaging stones, correct?
Yes.
I have the magic what?
Give me one of those magical stones, and I will keep watch on the foreman's house.
Okie dokie.
And I will contact you if he tries to go anywhere at night.
Okie dokie. Just be careful.
I will. Granted, when I have to go into shutdown mode, I'll probably retire. Not really shutdown mode, but standby mode.
Indeed.
Because I mean, I still can't be surprised.
So then, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I guess investigate some more. I don't really know what there is to investigate.
It's up to
We
you.
don't have Warforged perspective, so
We don't have Warforged objectives.
no perspective.
Is it night yet?
Yes, it technically, if you guys want it to be night, you can just easily night.
I was about to say, if we're heading back before night, I would have wandered around to see if I could find more information about any reports involving the Warforged acting weird, and see if there's a common location.
Tactical hot dog. Yes, you're going to investigate to see if there's any more incidents of Warforged reports. Is that what you said? Just to confirm? Or am I mishearing things?
Basically, Warforged reports, see if there's a common location they seem to crop up. Anything to help narrow down or search should the foreman not pan out.
Yes. I will say give... no, you spend most of the day. You can find some answers, more or less. A lot of people, at least from the... You check out the protesters just casually, because why not? It's a bunch of rioting people, and riots are always funny. But checking them out, you do learn that a lot of people aren't so much cheering for the Warforged to be set free. It's more, hey, pay us more for our Warforged labor. Or else we're going to take them away from you and deal with them ourselves. Along with a couple of complaints of, hey, my Warforged just suddenly disappeared and they were last here. What the fuck, why aren't you giving me answers? Is what a lot of the noise is about.
I believe we should ask them guys questions.
Yeah. A lot of people are asking more or less about that, but on the hunt for more sentient Warforged, you make your way more or less towards the makeshift miners' stop. That's at the very base of the trail, so that they only have like an hour away from work, which is even less time. Less time travel, more time working. Because fuck your limited lifespan. We have work to do. So you ask around there, just like asking casually about, like, oh, Warforged riots are pretty weird, huh? And a few people do open up, being like, yeah, no, my Warforged disappeared, but, whatever, I just got a new one. But overall, there aren't too many reports outside of they were assigned to, like, sections of the mines. And, what is your intelligence score?
Mine?
Yes.
It is an 18, I think.
Okay, yeah. So
Yes.
you're able to pick up on the pattern that that they actually started having issues in the Warforged section, specifically. Is where they kept getting assigned to before they stopped hearing from them and stopped getting reports, but kept getting kept getting money for it, their work. So that's what you find out about.
Wow.
Well, it means we can go to the Warforged district if the
Warforged district in the mines that you guys were just in, anyway,
okay.
is where they're having apparently a lot of Warforged keep disappearing in that section. We don't know why.
Yeah, that's why we need to talk to this foreman.
Foreman for the whole mine site. But yes, none of you guys, just to make sure none of you guys were checking out the church, correct?
No.
Alrighty then, this is good. So, Eventually, the rioters do. Peaceful protesters. The peaceful protesters, not rioting. 5 bodies are found. No, the protesters eventually do kind of pack it up for the evening, as it's like, well, he can't run, so we'll just be back, and they fuck off. Saber, what is it that you would like to do?
Well, I don't want to take a point of exhaustion,
Just
but I will.
continues to stand there through the night.
I'm trying to see if like he's trying to sneak out. I want to be in a position where I can like keep an eye on like both sides of the building that has exits.
Are you doing anything while you're watching, or are you just blatantly watching?
I'll attempt a stealth. Why not?
I would take stealth or persuasion, because you're trying to act. Actually, no, it would be stealth or performance, as you're trying to act like you're totally not watching.
I'll do performance.
No, right then. Looks over dexterity score. Oh well, it's garbage. Would you like that?
I am completely invisible.
It did not. Oh wait, this is the player's side. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have this sheet up. Yeah, no, you're definitely. You know what you're doing.
I do.
You're picking up a can and you're really looking at it. You're being careful, and you know, nobody suspects you're watching them at all. Yeah, the guards just kind of stare at you for a moment and be like, okay, and more or less wander off. They basically they go where the protesters were at, clean out a spot, pull up some logs, and start a fire in front of this place to keep watch. And yeah, the night more or less goes by without you noticing anything.
Yeah, and well, no one can sneak up on me, so.
Yeah. Nah, they're, like after 4 hours of you just standing there acting like you're totally not looking.
Yep. I'm not looking.
You eventually piece together that you're not very good at this. Do you commit to the bit, or do you just drop it?
No, I'm committed.
Yeah, you're gonna commit to the bit.
And then come morning, I shall. Is there like the protest died down? I can actually like get to the place without.
The protesters went home after it started to get too dark.
Oh.
Because if they set up a campsite, then they'd get in actual trouble. Whereas sitting there screaming is fine, but using somebody's property without their permission will get you in actual trouble.
Well then, like come morning time, I will when I reactivate that standby mode, I will use my messaging stone and say, "Friends, we should go to the foreman now. I will stand by and wait for your arrival."
No.
I'll keep an eye out on the location, making sure he doesn't leave out until they arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And when they do, let's go.
Yes. So, arriving as a group, of course, you guys eat your rations on the way there and just run there like schoolgirls with pieces of bread, noodles, and meat in your face.
I do not require food.
Alba, of course, is taking the classic plain approach with a full bottle, cup of ramen in her mouth, with her hands outstretched thoroughly.
Good look.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be a piece of toast, you dipshit.
Well, no, technically it just has to be any form of cooked bread.
I'm at the throat.
Yes, I know. And technically it just has to be any form of cooked bread. So you can run there. You could run there with a thing of ramen in your mouth.
That's usually not the case anyway.
But yes. But yeah, no, you guys make your way there and approach the guards who more or less stop you on sight. Like, oh, sorry, I cut that you through.
We are investigating the rash of rampaging Warforged.
I'm sure you are. I'm the king of Satches. I'm
We
the
are
prince of
here.
Satches.
I step back.
Mr. Jameson said we should be able to find the foreman here. You know who he is, right?
Hey, he's the church representative of the church. They don't have business here at the mines.
We are here to see Foreman Jackson Pollock.
Jackson, what?
The supervisor advised us that the foreman is Jackson.
They're just gonna look between you two and like, that's not the foreman. Actually, they're gonna make a check for that really quick. Give me a sec. No, that's not a foreman here.
Hmm.
No, that's what was that little snot's name that was running around here? Oh boy, fuck! It was a little goblin git. He was running around here.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, he's a little snot.
Well, that doesn't answer the question.
Look, all we know is that he didn't go into the building, and that's what we were paid here to stand out here and spend the night with your shiny friend over there acting like he knew what he was doing.
I knew what I was doing. I was watching the building.
Hey, you weren't doing a very good job of it. That's what we
Was I not? Was I not watching the building?
When you stood there for like several hours, kind got weird.
I will work to improve.
Yeah, right. So you guys should probably keep an eye on him. There's been malfunction reports going around, you know.
No,
We'll
I'm
get him
not.
checked
That's
out.
what we're here to investigate.
Look, well, the foreman ain't, well, he's gonna look you guys over for a second. When you don't seem like protesting types. You do have a
No, we have better
warforged,
things to do.
and you do got some warforged under your control, so I suppose you guys aren't not here for too many complaints. He's gonna look over, save it for a moment.
What? Why would we need to form complaint?
Apparently the foreman's been getting bunches of complaints according to the protesters. Big quotes. Protesters, even though they've, killed 5 people already.
What?
Yeah, they get violent at some. They used to be a lot more violent until we started showing up and enforcing the law. We actually had to take one of their arms off because they wouldn't back off, and was also beating up on one of the workers. Worker was fine. The man with the arm, who cares? Anyway, but I can see if the boss is in. For you, if you need him that badly. Oh, we should probably make it quick. As the protesters will be here in about another hour or two. And once they get in, well, it's gonna be a headache, ain't it?
Well, hurry up, then.
You're not my boss, and I'm doing this out of kindness. Fucking child.
I'm not a child.
We thank you, and our halfling thanks you.
That's what a halfling looks like. I thought they would like to wear harnesses, though. Yeah, whatever.
What?
It's a government harness. So, I'll talk about it
I
later.
point to her feet. Just remember the feet, and it's a halfling.
Well, either way, I'm gonna go check Foreman's in. Right, he's gonna go up to the door and do a couple of knocks and open up a shutter and just shout in there. Before the door cracks open, he just kind of walks in, checks, talks to a person, and then waves you guys over quickly.
Neat.
Yeah, no, this is apparently a halfling, apparently. Not a child. Apparently Simon wasn't just a pedo. Anyway, they said they was here reporting on the, there's, missing, Warforged gits, I think. Anyway, it's their job, not mine. I'll go prepare for the protests. And he just kind of leaves you in a rather large, not large, but it's very spacious, building. It's more or less it's basically a one-room office with a small temporary dividers put up for privacy's sake. Because 5 people are currently working in this office. And when you take that into account, it's actually not that big of an office. There are people talking, organizing files, more or less just keeping themselves busy. And going on about the day of arranging pay cut and paychecks, pay cuts. There's a small tube that comes up from the ground with notes in it via mail chutes. And, they basically take those, pass it, check what it is, write it down, pass it on, all this other shit. To basically assure that everyone's getting paid, all of the workers are, working, and writing up who needs to be written up, and docking pay. There are 5 people, 2 humans, a tiefling with a large cigar in his mouth, which appears to be constantly smoking, a dwarven fellow who is handling the mail, and what the fuck was that last person supposed to be? And a gnome. All of which are more or less keeping themselves busy by just constantly more or less shouting to each other in the small room. As they desperately seem to be trying to keep this place afloat.
I kind of look over to Cadus because he's more in whispering ear range. I believe someone like you should take the lead for Alpha, for I don't think they have much respect for Warforged.
Probably. But Alba is military. They might respect that a bit more
Well, they
than.
don't get as much respect as you think.
Who let this child in here?
To be fair, what exactly are we trying to ask of them?
We're here to investigate the malfunctioning and disappearing Warforged.
Ah, yes.
We are looking for information on Warforged that are missing, not malfunctioning, and possible ideas of their whereabouts.
Well, I guess at that
What
point,
the fuck is going on in your background?
part of the reason why I've been remaining muted as much as I have.
Can you shut them up?
Now, but yes, Cadix would step forward and raise a hand. Go. Hi. Yes, we're investigating.
Any and all
Report-
formal complaints are to be mailed in by the appropriate quarters, of course. If you're here for informal complaints, please take it up with management.
We're here because we got attacked by a warforged from this mine.
All informal complaints are to be filed with Jacob over there. He just points over to one of the humans.
We represent the church.
He'll look up at you for a moment. All informal complaints are to be filed with Jackson over, whatever the fuck his name was I said over there. Oh wait, Jack got fired over there. That's Mel. Go follow with Mel.
Listen, we're here to help you.
Well, I'm sure you are, and yeah, I'm sure all the people outside were here trying to help us too.
No. No. Not really.
I know. It's called sarcasm, kid.
The point is, we're not like those guys, and we're actually here to help you out.
Well, how are you going to help us then, huh?
Standing.
Well, we got one of the judges poking the fuck around here asking questions. Then we had the rioters show up.
God damn it. Shut up a minute.
Bitch.
We're here to pull out my military badge.
Oh, great. Another military brat. Great.
Right. What we're here to do is investigate what exactly is the cause behind these disappearances or malfunctions.
Yeah,
Now
we
we already have one lead,
well, we already have
and
one
if
of the
we got
judges
your,
investigating that for us.
and he's the one who sent us,
Really? Then what's his name?
Jameson.
That's not the judge, kid.
What the fuck?
That's the church
Whatever.
representative.
Yeah, well, he sent us.
Right, whatever. Alright.
We require a list of all units that are missing or malfunctioning, the status and location of all malfunctioning units currently.
All malfunctioning units are sent to the more dangerous sections of the mine so that they can have accidents. Usually with explosives that have too short of a fuse.
Do you
Oh, no
manage
wonder
this,
you're
or do
getting
you
complaints.
have a superior ranked warforged that handle this? What is the hierarchy in this decision making?
There are none. It comes to us if they have too many complaints, we destroy them.
Who
Yeah,
physically
this ain't
gives
gonna
that
last
gives the
long.
orders to the warforged?
Nobody gives those orders to the Warforged. We do it. Well, we don't do it. We assign somebody to do it.
Who do you assign?
It's a freaking potluck. Literally, it's a list of 100 people that we just pick at random.
Oh, jeez.
Now, if you have any actual complaints, file them and get out. We're very busy.
I want to file a complaint.
Alright, well, what's your complaint then?
Business is stupid.
Alright, well, here you go. He hands you 20 pieces of paperwork. Go ahead and fill out all that complaint on these pieces of paper.
I will.
You'll look at this and just quickly estimate, this is going to take me most of a day.
Oh, that's why I'm not going to actually do it.
I'll show you a complaint.
I'm going to
Wipes your
quote
taint,
unquote do it. No.
wipes your butt with it. There you go. Fully filled out.
Just going to graffiti it and like show. I'm going to draw diagrams on it explaining to them like they're stupid why their business is stupid. I'm going
Now
to
look,
say,
I don't have enough crayons to explain why you're stupid. I don't have enough time, patience, and crayons to explain this, but you're fucking stupid.
I mean, they're not even like there's no way to run
You
anything.
have food now.
Shut up.
You stupid fuck.
I want to get the Uno proficiency.
I mean, you can. Uno is a thing.
Right. Anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah. So, that was the first person you talked to. Anyone else you want to talk to in the office? There's a gnome, a tiefling. You talked to one of the humans who pointed you out another human. And you've talked to you've talked to only one of the humans. And
Really had-
tiefling human. And gnome.
I really had no as the thing, but I don't.
He's currently sorting out the paperwork and just tossing in files that it belongs to.
Well, I got.
Who the fuck is playing Gary's mod?
You.
I wish. I haven't played Gary's mod in such a long time.
Anyway,
So, all right. I'm going to go back out to where the guards are.
Mm-hmm.
You spoke of a goblin individual that has been causing issues. Is there any way that we can assist?
I mean, we thought we scared him off pretty early already.
I'd like to assist
I mean,
as a representative of the church in having ties to the mine with many of our warforged working within.
we already kind of had a representative via the judge showing up. They
No,
represent the
I
church
am
and the military.
to help. I want to help find this goblin.
Oh, well, we know where they're at. Well, we know where they live, at least. There's somewhere in the village. Probably either staying in one of the rooms or just one of the, holes in the walls for all we care.
Understood. I will seek him out and make sure he does not bother you again.
Yeah, of course. We appreciate that. I mean,
Thank you.
we don't really have wages to pay you, but yeah.
No, I am at the service of the church.
Oh,
And you
alright.
stated that his name, he goes by Jackson Pollock.
Yes.
I shall make sure he knows who's in charge.
Of course. Alright, best of luck, and, give you a tip of the hat as he readies for, as you
I
you
walk
in the
off,
distance see the riot coming back.
as I grab my meshing stone, they are worthless. Come with me. We must find the goblin.
Says in front of the fucking workers. Wait, what?
I'm waiting to go some distance before I'm away from the guards.
Shouts,
Then I'll say it.
these fuckers are worthless!
You're telling me.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
If we're going to find a goblin, we're going to find a goblin.
Go find me a goblins. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys make your way back to town, I assume.
Yes, and I kind of curse myself that I might not be as good as with these Warforged might have been more clever than I thought. And let's go find a goblin. We need to speak to him immediately.
What's that? Warforged actually hiding their identity to preserve their lives? That's stupid. You should be shouting out what you are constantly. And getting everyone's attention.
Forgive me for role-playing a Warforged who... Never mind.
I know, I'm just making fun of the situation. But yes, they're not going to come out and just blatantly say anything. Because if they do...
it's like, my Warforged is like, he gave me a hint. I'm experiencing others of my kind who are sentient. I thought I was one of the only ones. So I'm trying to play it like this is all new to me.
I getcha. So then. Oh god, I'm sweating so much I'm taking my pants off. Ugh. So then.
Cool.
Shut up, woman.
Okay, we're not playing strip poker right now. That's between you and Bianca.
I don't know how to play poker.
Simple. If you lose, you take off an article of clothing.
Yeah, basically. I don't think she knows how to play poker in general, though.
So that means she loses a lot.
Yeah, she does. See, the way you win strip poker in that case is just wear as much clothing as
I
possible.
know how to play Snap.
Google it. It will help.
Yeah, basically. But yes. So, you guys make your way back to the town, which is, most of the day. But, half day left. Before nightfall again. But yes, what do you guys want to search? There's a bar, there's a tavern, there's an inn, there's general store, there's another bar, there's a third bar. And, it's basically a small... And there's there's a sheriff's office, basically.
Do any of them have windows? Because we could check which one has, a lot of non-humans in it.
You can't check which one's in Windows.
Yeah, you're too short.
Unless someone gets you a stool.
Yeah, you're too short.
You're literally 3 feet tall. My son is 3'8", and he's probably taller than you. And he is 4 years old.
He's just old enough to start stealing quotes from and passing them off as your own. My 4-year-old son said that black people dying.
He is just old enough to take the trash out, so I don't have to do it.
Hell yeah! You gonna get him a nice push mower to start doing the lawn?
Oh, eventually. Once he's old enough, he's gonna be doing the lawn.
God.
That's the great part about kids, man. It's freaking.
You get to stop doing chores for
and no one is actually it's good for them. No one complains about it.
I mean, there are people complaining about it, but who cares? They're not owning children anyway. We'll talk about that at a later date. But yes, back to the game. So, which area do you want to check? You guys want to check if the windows? Yes, that's what you said?
Yeah, let's see which one's mostly populated by
Well,
non-humans.
All right,
I
Alba,
am
you
a
walk up to
warforged.
the nearest window and you stare at a wooden wall.
I am a warforged. I do not require food and
Surely the
beverages,
windows are bigger
so
than
it would
that.
be suspicious if I entered those locations. So you should go in, order drinks. Do not consume more than enough that would cause you to become intoxicated.
What are the rest of you
My
guys doing?
kind of built for this kind of thing.
I mean, the dwarves are built better, but okay.
Yeah, I meant my suckers.
Lade, you have a working microphone. You don't have to type. At least I assume you have a working microphone. I could be wrong.
Yeah, sorry, someone was in my room. I'll check one of the bars too.
All right, yeah. You walk and just stand. You stand over top of Alba because as she's staring at a wooden wall, and you look
Oh
in.
my god.
I mean, it's a healthy mix of humans and non-humans. In the first few places that you check, there's a couple of places that have specifically non-humans. But of course there are humans.
Is there any goblins in any of them?
Lade, give me a perception check. I'm gonna keep going for another 50 minutes and then get the fuck out of here because I'm sweating to death. Right.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't have air conditioning anymore?
Well, I do, but it's downstairs and heat rises while cold air sinks.
Maybe move your computer downstairs.
Easier said than done.
Understood.
It's. I wanted to, but the desk I have and the space allowed a whole thing. Right now, my plan is to just fix the capacitor on my one air conditioner, put it back upstairs, and hope for the best. I have to go find the part. But that aside, if anyone knows where I can get that, that'd be great. Yes, Jackson Pollock looking for a goblin. You do spot a couple of goblins playing cards, usually in the back. In the first bar that you check.
Okay, I relay this to Alba.
Alba, you stare intensely at the wooden floor or wall.
Shut up,
I,
I am not that stupid.
I will, since casually, I guess, go up to the goblins, like enter.
I was going to go in and seeing as I'm small, see if I could hear them call out.
Oh,
His name.
yeah, that works too. Alba, yes, you are small.
Small folk get along.
He's stealthy.
Yeah. I guess it could be stealthy.
Alright, you're gonna try and sneak up on some goblins.
Well,
I'm
it's
not
not
really
like
going
that's
to
like
sneak on them.
but like she walks casually where she's just not noticeable.
Yeah, I'm gonna order myself a drink first.
It's the whole fly casual thing.
Yeah. So, you try your best to be casual. What do you order?
I order stout.
You order a nice stout?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get yourself a nice throfty stout.
Okay.
I'm not big on alcohol right now because I've been drinking.
I'm just gonna
yeah.
go over pretending I'm, looking around and shit.
I mean, they are playing cards.
Alright, and then are other people watching them?
Not so much people are watching them. It's more that anyone who is watching them doesn't watch for long as... cool, card game. Who's
Is it
winning?
like an intense game or a friendly game where they're joking, joshing, saying each other's
A
names?
lot of people are... Anyone that is participating more or less just walks up, pulls up a chair, throws down some money, puts down their beer, and smiles and just jumps right in on the game without much hassle. So it's very, very lighthearted, very much if you have the money, you can play type of thing. But if you just sit down like a drunken bastard, they immediately just start snapping at you like a fucking chihuahua.
Well, I'm just trying to pick up any of them as calling him by his name.
So you're just gonna sit around for a few hours and just stare at them and listen in?
Not noticeably, no.
Alright, stealth check.
I would have thought, they're playing, so they might have been talking to each other. And
I mean,
calling
yeah,
out
but
each
they're not
other's
gonna...
names.
Yeah, well, stealth check regardless.
Okay.
Let's see how much information you can gather.
Wait, what?
You have heavy armor?
I don't know. Hold on.
What armor do you have?
A wizard have heavy armor? What?
She's not a
I'm not
wizard.
a wizard.
An artificer with heavy armor? Is she an armor?
I mean,
Hold on.
I know my character had heavy
Because,
armor.
well, I have scale mail, but that didn't proc last time.
Scale mail has disadvantage on stealth.
Well, yeah, but it did proc last time. It didn't say that I had that.
When was the last time you rolled stealth?
Like, probably back in the maze or something.
Did you have scale mail back then?
Yeah, I've had it since the start. It's what I start with.
Well, yeah, no, you're just leaning in, just trying to get an earful, and you just fall and you kind of break the table. You don't break the table per se, but you kind of fall off of the table and get a good, half their eyes on you. Before one of them notices, oh, hey, nobody's looking. Quickly, try and cheat my cards. And so he gives you a wink and
I'm just pretending I'm drunk, okay?
Yep. So you play it off as being drunk, and they don't pay any mind as the person who totally always had 5 aces in their hand. What are you talking about? I'm not a cheat. Wins the hand, wins the pot, and he celebrates and cheers and fucks off, making a opening.
What did they call him by his name or anything?
No, they just call him a fucking asshole.
God damn it. Does nobody in this continent have friends?
So not a single name has been given at all during her entire time. Then.
Not the one she's looking for. Everything else is more just...
narrowed.
All of the other names are names you guys aren't looking for, and I'm not going to spend half an hour on an RNG fucking coming up with names that you guys aren't going to write down or give a fuck about.
It's okay.
Well, just leave.
My point is, you don't hear anyone say Jackson Pollock.
Then we go to the other bar.
Huh.
And if, in one of the human bars, they're playing with humans and
well, I'm going to go up one
goblins
second.
and...
I'm going to go up to this table of games and sit down. And
what? You're actually going to interact with people? Holy shit!
I want to see what the reaction is of a warforged sitting down to play poker amongst these goblins.
I mean, they do initially take pause, look at each other, and just one of them eyes you. You get coin there, metal man.
I do have coin.
Well, throw it in and get your cards.
That's probably not a good idea. I mean, Warforged, probably are really good at poker, right?
Not really.
I have no idea I have no idea.
I mean,
as
the whole
soldier, as a soldier, I get the choose.
Do you want to be
from the
proficient
soldier
with,
background?
Well, yeah. What game are you proficient with?
I have a deck of cards.
Cool.
I didn't know this was going to become a thing.
All right, give me a sec while I pull up the... Do you want to just be proficient with poker, or do you want to be proficient with a specific game so you kind of have the edge?
We'll go with what needs to be gone with.
All right, give me a sec. Because I have a whole list of actual games that can be played.
We'll just do poker to keep it simple.
Yeah, but I still actually do want to go over things just to be safe.
I mean, I imagine your poker face is probably amazing. So.
Well, that's not the thing. Okay, so games that are available for picking. You've got Liar's Dice, Blackjack, Dice Poker, King's Court, Midnight, War, Backgammon, and Caravan.
Well, we'll just do poker.
Okay. They are playing Dice Poker specifically.
Okay.
Because it's, easier to play than having a whole deck of cards, and then you lose the cards, and then you're fucked because you don't have that one fucking card.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And dice are just a whole lot easier to come by and can be easily played. So, make sure you put in your proficiency. Now,
yep.
I have to ask you this. Did you stop doing blackface after being in the mines?
Oh, yeah. I probably clean up, the morning dew, from the morning, me waking up to staying outside, wash me off.
All right, so you're extra shiny is what you're saying. Cool. So you have
Oh.
disadvantage on all of your liars checks. Because, I don't know, I forgot liars. I forgot, not liars dice. I forgot dice poker you can't actually bluff. I forgot about that.
There's no bluffing in dice poker.
Yeah, so yeah, you're fine. I was going to say, if it was normal poker, this would be the case. It's like, of course I'm not a racist. I'm not going to do blackface. It's like, alright, cool. So you're extra shiny then. But yeah. So yeah, go ahead and roll your dice poker. Let's see how well you do. Also, wait. First of all, how much money are you putting up?
What's the ante?
Currently, their to play ante is 2 gold.
I throw in 2 gold into the pot.
Yeah, the pot currently sits at 10.
Oh,
So go ahead.
Take it to 10 then. If
Well, no, that's
2
what
gold,
that's the total pot is 10.
Okay, I'm making the skill cards.
Mhm.
Because it's not in D&D Beyond.
Just put it in as a custom skill set. It's fine.
That's what I'm doing.
And make sure you specifically put in not liar's dice, but dice poker. And then give me a dice poker check.
Hey.
Very good job. Jesus fucking 8. Wait, how did you get 2? How did you get +6 or 3? No.
It's my proficiency bonus and it's +1.
Right. I was very concerned. I'm like, what? Wait, what? I had the.
Because it's not a bluffing game. That would be charisma. This is an intelligence game.
Literally, yeah. So yeah, you take the pot pretty easily. Like, let me just double check, just to make sure nobody rolls higher than you. Nope. Yeah, you basically you clean them up for that round. You know, they eye you a bit, but most of them cheer. Like, you know, they give you the side eye of you little shit.
I know I can consume stuff, so I will order a drink as well.
Yeah. They all cheer.
I have
a good time with it.
I've heard that the protesters have been bad for business.
It all depends on what your business is, really.
I heard the guards complaining about a goblin. Hopefully it's not one of you.
They always complain about the small folk. Honestly, I'm surprised the lass over there hasn't been complained about.
I believe she uses the token female card.
Of course. Nobody wants to harass a woman, of course.
Is that true?
Not in this generation. They might be accused of discriminating.
Of course, it's always the women that get away with everything.
I'm going to kill some.
It's all about the ovaries.
What the fuck are those?
But yes,
We're back on topic.
I am actually looking for, not to get anyone in trouble, you see, but a goblin has been making some issues with Warforged, and he has drawn my curiosity because he's looking for a certain type of Warforged. A goblin by the name of Jackson.
Some of them just kind of glare at you for a second and just go back to their game. A couple of them just, ignore you outright and just basically put up their gold for the next round.
I put up my goal for the next round.
All right. But yeah, a lot of them just kind of like, they kind of eye each other like, a lot of them seem to genuinely not know, but a couple of them that you suspect do know just say nothing.
I lean in and I was like, I bet this hand, and you can give me the information, and I'll split the pot with whoever does. And if not, and if I lose this hand, I'll double my money into it.
All right, persuasion. As you've already fucking rolled.
God damn it! I was doing so good!
What is it?
They all just kind of look at you for a moment and just roll their eyes like, yeah, sure, information, of course. That's what the fucking losers always want. That's what the winners always want to bet.
Well-
keep the pot and never fucking give. Of course.
I'm just curious. He's a, as you can see, I'm not your average Warforged.
I'm surprised the foreman hasn't gotten a hold of you.
I do not work for the foreman. I am an individual.
I'm sure you are, son. I'm sure you are.
My name is Saber.
One of the goblins does beat you by a point,
Ooh,
but you do
that
get
was close. That was a close hand.
you do get second place, so you get like a gold back. I mean, you already won like 10 gold, but yeah, no. There are 5 of them, so it is 10 gold. So yeah,
So
the winners get 10 gold. Not including what they took away. So yeah, a lot of them just sit around and wait for drinks to come by. Your drink comes by to a very confused looking goblin.
awkwardly just like down it.
You just pour it onto your faceplate and it gets just
No,
starts.
I have a
sinking out.
mouth. I have a mouth. It just goes down in, and it will
Roll.
eventually just get processed.
Roll a malfunctioning check. No. Yeah, a very confused female goblin passes off the drink.
I am
and carries on.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I am actually just here to, I believe you call, have fun.
Oh, if you're trying to have fun, requesting specific names, people by names, usually doesn't lead to very fun times for everyone involved, you see, lad.
I understand. I am new to this.
Quite obvious. You've got some... He points at your face, and it cuts to you, and there's just beer just slathering your face mask.
I got a nice foam mustache going.
Yeah, no, you have a whole foam facial going on.
I got the foam beard.
No, dude, like, when I say a full foam facial, you've got a foam beard, you've got a foam mustache, you have eyebrows. You just dumped it on your face as you're not used to eating. It's like, this is how humans do.
But, you don't have to say you know him or not, I guess. But if you ever bump into him, let him know that I would really like to meet him.
So you just want him to know that people are looking for him. Classic. Of course.
I believe he is... I am what he's looking for, actually.
Well, if any of us actually ever know him, that is. As they start putting money into the pot again.
Of course.
What are the rest of you guys doing while Saber gambles his doubles his life savings?
I mean, I'm just, you know what? I'm like, just going back to.
Staring in oddity of a Warforged playing poker.
I mean, if that's what
I'm
they're
not
trying to do.
spectating, just like, well, and then just take a drink.
Cadus, Lage, what are you two doing?
Other goblins around?
There are a few. There is a goblin server that is going around quite visibly.
I have quite literally doubled my life earnings because I already had 10 gold on me, and now I have 20.
There you go. But yeah, no, most of them are humanoids. There's one goblin server. There's people playing other games around, usually towards the back, so they don't eat up, any dance floor space or anything like that. There's a couple of tough guys, eyeing you up there, Lage. You smell a possible brawl that you could instigate with next to no, effort if you really wanted to. Or you could go on the friendly and maybe arm wrestle, as a few of them are kind of they're kind of giving you that challenge stare. It's like, oh, what's up, big guy? You want to fucking go, don't you?
Time for the Popeye skit.
Basically.
My constitution is just as good as my strength. I think I'm gonna challenge them to a drinking competition.
All right. So, how do you challenge them?
I'm gonna say first one to pass out owes the other whatever they have in their pockets.
I could win this game.
Persuasion. Also,
Sure.
Saber would win just because he's... No, Saber would get disqualified
No,
because
no.
all of his beer spills on the floor. I could totally win this game. Pours beer onto the floor. I have won. That's not how this works, robot.
That's just,
Well, I'm doing good. Even my next hand is really good.
I know.
Yet I try to do anything else, it is an utter failure.
I know how to get drunk and play cards. And I'm all
That
out
is
of
the
gold.
the extent of my life right now.
And I'm all out of gold. I'm here to get drunk and play cards, and I'm all out of gold. Hand
So you
jobs.
can neither.
Hand jobs, 5 silver. But yeah, no, a couple of them look you over for a moment, like, I don't know, getting drunk for everything that's in my pockets, huh? Oh,
thanks on me.
with that, they're in.
Nice.
Alright then, so how much gold are you willing to throw out to get these assholes drunk?
How much would, let's say 15 gold get me?
Probably enough to get the average person drunk.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay,
if
I'm
these
thinking-
were if these were average individuals, you could probably get them drunk with 15 gold.
Yeah, but they probably wouldn't. I don't. The average individual probably wouldn't want to join this.
I mean,
I'm gonna double that.
there is
in
actually
perspective.
your average Joe Smo that jumps in like, oh fuck yeah, free beer, fuck yeah. There he
I
jumps
think,
in.
well, not free, but okay. So I'm gonna put in 30 gold for this.
Jesus fuck. All right, so Lage starts to pound.
Mm-hmm.
Cadis, you're just gonna people watch. I'm just waiting for it. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, yeah. Cadis, go ahead and give me a perception check. Excuse me. And Alba, what are you doing? As the shout for free beer gets passed around the room,
I look at the direction
it's
of where that's
Lage.
coming from.
It's Lage putting 30 gold on a table.
I don't want to do it.
Do it.
Oh,
Go on.
Okay.
well, this is one way to end the night.
I mean, yeah. Can't ever say I don't think you guys do social shit. Here you guys are.
Alba
I think this has been
approaches.
some good RPing.
So
I've
then,
been having fun.
so you, Lage. Well, one of the people repeats. Anyone who's joining, basically empty your pockets, and they basically fill up a table with just copper and shit. It's like, oh
Okay,
sweet,
so how much?
free beer.
About how much is the prize pool?
Maybe 100.
Nice. Okay.
$100
Let's do it.
worth of stuff, but most of that stuff, as you look at it, including a signet ring, a thing of fine clothes, a mess kit, a back pit, and 5 javelins, and a school of pedigree. You know, all of that kind of is a big thing. So that alone is probably worth 100 gold.
You're so amazing.
Yeah, so far. Oh, and plus, you know, the 467 gold that you have.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's very much a prize pool of 600 gold, but most of it's your gold.
Oh god, I'm not. You know what? I'm just going to watch. I've decided I'm not going to participate.
Let's put everything we own in the middle of this thing.
Yeah,
Every-
I ain't that.
Everything that's in your pockets on the table. Quickly realizes, oh fuck, I'm the only person that travels for a living. Everything I own is on my back and in my pockets.
I can get more money if I need to.
You're not gonna get a fucking another signet rig if you lose.
Probably not, but
Alright,
whatever.
Alright, so throughout the rest of this game, I'm gonna need Constitution saving throws from anyone who wants to jump in on this.
I want to, but I don't want to lose everything in my pockets.
I mean, technically, it's a 1 versus 30. I'll say that so far. So Lage has to beat 30 people.
Well,
actually,
you know
no, it's
what?
not.
If
It's
I-
not that big of a fucking bar. I would say it's probably 10 people joining in.
Well, I'll join in because if I win, me and Lidge travel together. So
Yeah,
if
Lage gets to carry all of your shit, never give it back.
no, speed,
Yeah.
we could do a.
I mean, yeah, it's so far 1v10, so if you join in, it's technically 2v10. Or 2v5.
Yeah, I'll
1v5.
join
1v...
in.
Fuck, I can't do math right now, I'm drunk.
I throw my mace on the table.
Sorry, Lost, the thing was everything in your pockets.
It is everything.
Don't make me check your inventory.
Oh, I can't put my. No, those are magic things I conjure. Okay, I put the mace, my hammers, my pocket potions.
Your bag of holding.
Oh god,
That's
I don't
one
want
of
to
her
play
things
this
that
anymore.
she created, and like technically that would just poof away.
They don't... Yes, but they don't know that. And
Sure, I guess.
and of course, you know, your 545 gold.
I hate everything.
He's the one who worded it this way,
Hey,
not
I'm,
me.
I
You can't
I
point
kind
at
of
me
meant
for
just
this.
the money, but
Well, maybe
No,
he'll
I-
win all your money.
So then, you two,
But that
well,
doesn't
God,
mean
I'm
he'll
not
give it
involved.
back.
I know. So, Alpa, Constitution saving throw for the first bout
I
of
only have-
drinks. All right. So, Alba, you start to almost vomit. It's very watered down ale, and you think you found and you actually swallowed a fish.
Why can't my constitution? I mean, why
Wait,
can't
don't you? Don't.
my
get it?
advantage is against poison though?
Alcohol is a poison.
Yeah, it technically is.
You have advantage on saving throws against poison.
Alcohol at this rate technically is a poison.
Okay, then I get advantage.
But yeah, you notice that there's a fish floating in your
Do I
drink.
get the
but-
advantage then?
yeah, you got a 20.
Yeet.
So you know you beat Lage. But luckily neither of you two pass out. One person does throw up, and just looks at the pile and just goes, "Fuck it, I'm staying in." All right, another bout of Constitution saving throws. Uh-oh. Cadus, you still going to continue to people watch?
Well, doesn't seem like the party's sitting there actually trying to get information out of these folks, so.
I mean,
Wait a minute, I think I am.
one of them
Over
is.
the goblins.
tend to
Yes,
talk more when
yeah.
they're shit-faced,
So
man.
I'm getting through.
I was about to say, if somebody still is, yeah. Cadiz is still watching for reactions and such.
Several uninvolved patrons are going to make sure nobody takes any of the money. You know, because, okay, these guys are going to get drunk. We're going to stay sober and watch the gold, basically. Because it's a small town. You don't fuck everyone over in a small town. Small town's got your back.
I don't know why I just posted that.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like,
It might be the because friend gave me a gift because of okay, I'll talk to you later about it. Basically, I'm going to be having a new job soon.
Fuck
I
you,
got
man.
a bottle of single malt Japanese whiskey.
I've got a thing of Johnny Bootlegger's
It is
ale.
so delicious.
Prison Break Black Cherry. Hell yeah. But yes, so
That sounds yummy.
it is. It's really good. I actually have a, what was this? I'd finished it off recently, but I had some juicy juice actually that I mixed with it, and it was also cherry flavored. So it was all the taste without the alcohol, but it's still blended perfectly.
Cool.
So you still get drunk, but it tastes good. But yes, back to it. Go ahead and give me another thing of dice. There, Saber.
Did I win my last hand?
Yeah, you won.
Cool.
They are slightly annoyed that you won, but you know they're just like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Granted, you won, so you didn't
Oh!
double your hand.
So close to that 20. It was like on the 20 and it rolled to the 8.
Oh yeah, you're doing virtual dice, aren't you?
Oh yeah, through D&D Beyond.
Right. Finally, somebody beats you, and they just put their hand there and just as they get 10 gold.
I kind of like just shrug it off and congratulate them.
Yeah.
Very good hand. Very good hand.
They raise the bottle that they have and take a swig and slap back down and keep playing. But the night goes on for the most part. Lage and Alba, I'm going to need 5 more Constitution saving throws.
And also, I keep on talking to him basically how, because he was chased, I'm looking for him and he's probably looking for me because he was the only one that took a stance during the protest.
Mm-hmm.
Of when it's about being about Warforge having individuality.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Trying to slowly work it in.
Yep. And I'm actually going to need 5 more dice checks from you as well, Saber, as I tell these 2 morons what the fuck happens to them.
Yeah.
Lage, you don't have advantage on anything, do you?
I don't believe so, no.
Without raging, you don't.
I could rage.
Aggressively.
Drinks
I
aggressively.
was about to say, barbarians don't get advantage on Constitution save.
That's a shame.
It's only strength-based stuff while raging.
Yep, alright, so give me a sec while I check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and...
You got my 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so...
Pretty sure I won that last hand.
Yeah, give me a sec. So then, Saber, lose, win. Actually, hold on, wait, let me just double check that, because I have a lot of numbers in front of me. Okay, yeah. Saber, you lost the next hand, lost the next hand, won the next hand, then won the last hand.
Okay.
For Lage and Alba. Alba, you stick it out to the very end. Congratulations on that. And you're still standing by, round who fucking
literally
knows.
on top of everybody.
Yeah, there's 2 people passed on top of each other, and you just looked at that and like, I'm short, fuck you, and stood on top of them.
Just so you can reach the table.
Yeah. Lage, you start vomiting at the 2nd or 3rd hour. You vomit some more at the 4th hour. 5th hour, you kind of stable out, but then it gets to the 6th hour, and, Alba, what do you shout to get everyone out of the way? As he begins to just lean back and forth, and he's going back and back.
Oh no, I yell timber.
Yeah, and he... Avalanche, everyone genuinely panics. It's like, oh fuck, there's an actual threat here! But yeah. Lage, you hit the ground hard. However, by the end of it, from the look of things, it would appear that Alba won.
Yay!
Seems like we had a fun night.
Yes. Alba, so you
We made friends.
Alba, you get 467 gold, and a total of 12 silver, 5 javelins, a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, 1 tinderbox.
Can you
9...
write that all out so I can copy it? Because I don't know
Wait.
what
I'll just
what
send
is-
you a picture of what you get.
Wasn't it like 600 gold since everyone else was also in the prize pot?
Basically. Well, again, it's like, oh, I put forward all of my shit because I'm a traveler and I travel with everything I own.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what you get, Bianca. You get a signet ring and a pedigree, along with a bunch of useless, traveler shit, and 467 gold.
Well, okay. Well, what was the stuff from the other people?
It's a bunch of useless shit that you'll end up selling.
Or I can make things with.
I mean, yeah, if you want to be a dick. Or you could sell it back to them.
Maybe.
What? They don't have anything on them.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They have
Yeah, what are they gonna
houses.
buy it with? Well,
They have
Oh.
houses. They see the one tip for gambling: never go into a place with all of your money. Never. You don't enter a gambling den with money you are not prepared to lose. And that's what they did. Unlike you, who went in there with
Hey, man,
everything to lose.
Well, hopefully
It's
I'll have
entertaining
time
as
to
shit
give
when
it
I
back
lost
to you.
everything. So
I'm sure Albo's not going to take your shit. You can keep your gold.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I will. What's wages he could keep? We're on the same team anyway.
Most of that gold is his. All of the
I'm
gold,
gonna let you
yeah.
have 10 gold.
All of the gold,
What?
that's about his. And then there was
There's
about
a gold from the peasants or whatever.
yeah. So you add about 12 silver. As
Oh,
they
is that
were,
all?
as they weren't looking to drink, but they also didn't want to get robbed, so they only brought drinking money. So as far as
Well,
they're
it's
concerned,
fine.
they got away with
I
a
have,
lot.
I actually have silver pieces now,
Yeah.
so that works fine.
To Saber, however, I assume you continue to poke and prod for information.
Well, like not every hand, but every so often, and once the game seems to be done, I say I thank them for their time and that I enjoyed the experience.
And
that
one of them actually does. I'm gonna see how much they actually like you or not. Give me a sec. Because they did get some gold out of you, so they do kind of like you. So, one of them does place a hand on your shoulder, a little bit drunk, and says, "You should probably get yourself a lady for the night." And he puts a piece of gold in your hand and winks and waddles off.
great way to end it. I kind of like everyone kind of like leaves. I was sitting at the desk, and I'd be like, I don't know what he meant by that. I'll be like just staring at it, completely confused.
Okay,
And I'll be
well,
like-
give me a sec. As
I'm
he,
looking at Alba, and she's like passed out drunk. She's passed out, not passed out, but hooting and hollering on top of passed out people.
hold up, wait. Give me a sec. So, while
Everyone, like,
give me a
everyone
sec.
around me is drunk.
Give me a sec. While you're staring at the gold, confused, I had him roll insight. Nat 20. He grabs you by the shoulder and pulls you down. It means you invite a lady to your place. You give her the money, and she makes you very happy. Might I suggest the goblin folk? They're very good with their hands. As he stares at you for a moment, almost in a moment of sobriety.
I see. I shall do that, as long as they have proper training.
Of course! And then he immediately goes back to being drunk. Well, have fun with that. And he wanders off.
Alrighty.
So, Alba. There are about
Yes.
5 drunk dudes just piled on the floor with Lage at the very top. All of them are probably failing their death saves due to his weight. What do you like to do?
Wow, nice.
Do you stand on top of the pile?
Yes.
Do you scream in victory?
Yeah.
As she's like screaming in victory, I kind of like just walk up to my group who's all passed up drunk, or her standing on top of all of them screaming victory. I have to get that woman, and she is going to treat me right because she is trained. And I start walking off, I guess, to where I would do that.
What?
I pause, I turn around, I look back to the goblin, like to get a sense of direction. I guess he points me the right way. I just start walking off in that direction, like nonchalantly.
Yeah, he points you towards the bar to get better information while he's just sitting there eyeing you, just wondering if you're smart enough to piece together what he told you to do.
I'm just playing it for for the role play aspect of it.
Yeah, I get you. I'm sure you piece together what the fuck
Oh, yeah,
he's
I know
trying
what's
to tell
going on.
you, but
I'm having fun with it because it's a hilarious situation right now.
get yourself a lady for the night. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know what this means. Picks up a random person, abducts them. It's like, oh god damn it. But yes. So yeah, you walk up to the bar owner. What do you ask?
I require services for a lady, and I put the gold points down, just slide it over to him, like being suspicious, but being being so suspicious, it's ridiculous.
Right now,
Slide
I would
it
like to
over.
say that your phone Your foam facial has a mohawk and spiked eyebrows, I would like to state.
I'll go with it.
Yeah. Because, again, you just kept pouring beer in yourself and you smell awful.
I probably smell like most people here, but I don't know that. I don't have sense. I have a sense of smell, but not a sense of taste.
Yeah. Well, technically that's the same thing, but we're not
Yeah, well,
we're not going to get into biology here.
Yeah.
But yeah. He looks at you for a second and is like, I mean, we've got a couple of ladies here that are good with, like, repairs and the like, if that's what you mean.
I was at the gaming table and they suggested that you would have one that would work best for me. And I like give like the same like I try and mimic like but poorly like kind of like the same hint nudge nudge, you know.
But you can't move your face, so you can't do a hint nudge nudge.
I'm like by just flicking my head like a little bit.
I have to check what the fuck your charisma score is. Give me a sec. Please tell me it's in the negatives. Oh, thank God. Okay, so I can't say you're misrole-playing. Like, he can't be this socially retarded, right? It's like, nope, yes, he is. Okay,
I
good,
have a
perfectly.
8 charisma.
I'll have you know, I've got a -1 in charisma. You,
Hey,
me, fun times.
This is called
yeah.
role playing, boys.
Yeah. Eventually he just stares at you for a minute. Right.
I just kind of like nod my head like this is working out. It's exactly how it's planned.
Yep, exactly. So he just stares at you for a moment and just, like, looks around to try and figure out who the fuck owns this thing. It's like, someone's pranking me, right? And then as you continue to stand there looking serious, he pieces together like, oh, fuck. He's serious.
I'm sure he saw me playing cards. I probably stood out.
But
I'm a 6'8" dude around goblins playing cards.
Yeah, but, like, after a moment, he pieces together, oh, he's actually serious about this. I thought somebody was pranking me. And yeah, he'll summon up the ladies of the night that are on shift today. There is the goblin server, who had given you your beer. There is one human who looks like she's about ready to settle down, if you catch my drift.
Well, I was told that the goblins knew best, so...
Yeah. I mean, there's also a tiefling woman with very lovely lady lumps. And an orc man who looks like he could break you in half.
Well, I was told the goblins know best.
Right then. Going up there.
You're right. I like look back to my team and give a thumbs up. The
I
only
am
one
going
standing
to
there
get laid.
is Alba, and Alba's probably like giving a thumbs up in return, but like, what the fuck's going on?
Alba, you watch as Saber leaves with a hooker.
They just kind of like wiping some vomit from his lips.
Lage, you're drunk as fucking trying not to barf. That's what you're trying not to shit yourself right now. Is what you're doing.
He sees that whole thing is just a delusion.
Yeah.
He smiles and gives him a thumbs up back, like yeah.
Lage stands up and gives a mighty woo as Alba tumbles backwards.
The wave! The whole room's a wave.
Yeah.
Woo.
Lage, this is a great bar. Everything here is amazing.
And here's me. I'm getting information. That's what I'm going to do.
That is what this entire exchange is about. As everyone is just
I made a cookie.
several of the more sober people just keep doing double takes. Like, I'm not that drunk.
Or this beer is something's wrong with it.
I'm just like, well, you know what? I don't think Warforged can get STDs, so it's probably okay.
I was gonna say, Cadus, how are you reacting to this?
He's the only sober one really here.
He's not wrong. That's the Cadus is
You're not drunk. You just kind of have beer all over your face.
It smells awful.
I smell like a patron.
To take a toy home, you know. Softener. Cadus makes a sober joke. But yeah. So then, we cut over to Saber alone in a bedroom with a goblin who he greatly outsizes. She just kind of looks. She just kind of looks at you,
just-
just sighs, and like, all right, whatever. Let's get this over with.
I sit down and I'm pretty sure I got the name of the person who I was playing with who directed me in this direction. I do kind of mention him that.
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh, you want me to give you his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Sure, I can do that for you. His name
Is Fisty Splinters.
No, I want to go that crazy on you.
And it's not going to matter.
I'm putting him down as my friend, so.
Sure, go for it. He is my friend.
His name is Clerk Hardslice.
Just make sure you put it into your actual folder on the Roll20.
I'll put it in chat.
I was going to say, make sure you put it into the Roll20 version, too.
I will.
Because you do have allies and organizations. So, yeah.
Mhm.
She's just going to raise an eye. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you clearly cleared him out.
Us, and do you happen to know Jackson Pollock?
She looks at you and kicks the door shut. And that's where we end the session.
Oh no.
What's her name?
Wouldn't you like
mean,
that?
I'll-
Fisty Splinters.
No, that was the guy, my friend's name. Her name will be.
Oh, no, she has a name, but the door got kicked closed.
Oh, okay.
Because that's going to be revealed next session.
Fine.
I'm sure you could probably piece together what her name is, but it's kind of obvious.
Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, it's her. Spoilers. It's
Did
her.
you intentionally
Ew.
name them Jackson Pollock after the painter?
Yes. Look,
Okay.
And
she
Just making
appreciates.
sure.
She's a whore, so I mean, you put a black light in here, man. it'll
Oh,
be like
dude, she is
Jackson Pollock
paint.
painting.
She has perfected her art.
Oh, gross.
Look upon that billboard. What do you see? Somebody wrote the word "duh" in the corner. Well, ignoring that. But yeah. No, that's Jackson Pollock. She's a hooker.
Cool stuff.
There you go. Now, Saber, how are you going to tell this story to your son? To your 4-year-old? Daddy got information from a hooker. What's a hooker? Don't worry about it.
I would just not use the word. I'll just admit what she was. She was a bartender.
I mean, she was a waitress, technically.
Yeah, that's what basically what I would do. I would just admit it. Trust me, I keep things PG in my household when
I know.
it comes down to telling him stuff.
I mean, I'd hope so. I mean, I've gotten a good read off of you from what I've been able to tell, so I hope you're not one of the people who's like, okay, kid, here's what somebody with their dick chopped off likes to think. So, person who
Well-
clearly is never going to have kids. That stuff just pisses me off. Anyway, I'm going to end recording.
Good time, guys. I think we had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so scared I would lose everything.
And then you fucking beat ass.
Yay!
Meanwhile,
happenings.
Lage rolled a 20 and a 1 towards the end, and then he immediately rolled an 8. I was like, oh.
Halflings have like a natural aren't they like naturally great at drinking? Isn't that a
Yes,
thing
a
for halflings?
Well,
specific-
my sub-race specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she's a stout halfling.
yes. So she's extra short, but she's extra thick in the liver.
Yeah.
Tiny.
I kind of knew once she said that she was in, I was gonna lose.
I mean, yeah,
But-
she gets advantage, you don't. And it was an ever-increasing difficulty where everyone eventually started to fail.
Yeah, that DC would have just got. I would only one who probably beat her because not only do I have advantage on being poisoned, I'm resistant to being poisoned.
So the effects would have been even lessened. But,
Yeah.
yeah, if...
Also, I feel like-
incredibly good at drinking games.
I only have
Just 1 point
resistance
heal-
to poison
Leon has,
damage.
I'm
That's it.
Mhm. Regardless, you all had a good night. Even though you guys
Yeah.
were... You guys were all worried about, like, a fight breaking out. I'm just sitting here like, I don't have any encounters planned or stats planned out. Here's a battle map if they want to get violent.
I think we did good. It was good role play.
Yeah.
It was hard to sit there and I was like, this is what I want to do, but what would my Warforged do?
And that's the right
A
mindset you gotta be in.
Warforged with a -1 charisma, and he's in constant social situations. So I was like, I have to constantly play it like I wasn't understanding anything.
Yep. Yeah, I have that same problem when it comes to battles. Unfortunately, it's like I know how to do this. I know what we gotta do, but I have to play it in character. All right, go over there quickly.
Yep.
Or somebody help me, and I hate it.
Yeah, that was
personally.
fun. All right, guys. I
Yep.
shall catch
See-
y'all later. You cool down there, Brian.
Oh, I'm going downstairs naked.
There you go.
I'm already hanging around, so I'm gonna go.
Well, I'm fine with that.
I'm gonna finish off this booze, this ale I've got here.
Good stuff.
I've already ran out of juice, so this is just gonna be straight drinking, and I'm gonna pass out.
Have a good night, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you.